It's always exciting to have a brush with fame, and I'm lucky enough because I spent a lot of years as an arts and entertainment journalist, and I met a bunch of famous people. But when you just happen to run into somebody famous, that's a kind of different, better thrill. And this happened to me just recently, although I didn't know it at the time. How so? Well, like, comment, subscribe, and I'll tell you about it. Now I'm going to tell you about it anyway. So I'm in the Philippines just recently, and I'm catching a Philippine Airlines flight from Manila to Cebu. And I'm in business class. I always travel business class where I can, because I'm fat and it's more comfortable. That's why. Not because I'm rich, I'm certainly not, and it costs a lot. But that's the way it is. I want to make myself comfortable. I don't want to make people around me uncomfortable. Anyway, back to the story. So I am in row 2 of this flight from Manila to Cebu, and in front of me in row 1 is this older gentleman who's very smiley. He's got one of those comfortable lived-in faces, and a lot of people are paying him attention. People who just happen to go by will smile at him. Some stop to talk as the plane is loading. He's getting a lot of attention from the flight attendants, and he's being very pleasant, giving the time of day to everybody. When he got up and went to the gents, and as he was coming down, he smiled at me. We don't know each other. I didn't know who he was, just a kindly person. As the flight went on, he was chatting to a guy across the aisle, and I could gather, I didn't hear a lot about it, but I heard enough to realise they were talking about the music business, and he said something about my albums and that sort of thing. So this is somebody in the music industry, either a recording artist or perhaps an executive in a record company, something like that. And I wasn't far wrong, as it turned out. After the plane landed, as we're leaving the plane, he's leaving ahead of me, and the flight attendants, who'd given him a lot of attention through the flight, not that they'd not given me attention, I mean, they were very good, said to him, could we have a selfie? And so he stopped and had his photograph taken with them, so that, made it clear to me that he was somebody famous. So I said to them, oh, is this gentleman well known? And they said, oh yes, he's our Christmas singer, the great Christmas singer. And I thought, oh, okay, I'm not quite sure what a Christmas singer is, presumably a singer of Christmas songs. And when we get onto the flight, onto the air bridge, there are a dozen or more people lining the air bridge, which is really unusual. Normally you get the operator, maybe 1 or 2 other people. And they're all sort of just gawking at him, looking at this guy, and he's smiling and stopping and giving them the time of day. Then he'll get out into the main terminal, even more people. People are stopping him, wanting their photograph taken. And so I took off a few quick shots from a discreet distance. I thought, well, I've got to find out who this guy is. And I asked someone, they said, oh, he's the great Christmas singer. I went to get a coffee, and I said, do you know about the great Christmas singer? And he said, yes, of course. I said, well, he's here in the airport. He said, oh, wow, I'd love to get my picture taken with him. So this man is genuinely famous. And it took me, not long, once I got onto a computer, to Google the Christmas singer, da-da-da. And his name is Jose Marie Chan. And he is very famous indeed in the Philippines. Wikipedia calls him singer-songwriter, businessman, and TV presenter. So that's why everybody recognizes him. They also call him the King of Philippine Christmas Carols. So that's where the Christmas singer comes from. And he's best known for his signature song, Christmas in Our Hearts. And Christmas is a big deal in the Philippines. They seem to start celebrating Christmas in April. I mean, that's only a slight exaggeration. It was certainly in full swing when I was there in October, November. So there it is. I had a brush with fame. Seems to me like a very nice gentleman who was well loved. And that was reaffirmed when I got back to Manila. I'm staying at a hotel near the Newport shopping mall. I go in there, and there's a there's a big theatre there, and there's a display saying that the big show for Christmas will star Jose Marie Chan. So there you go. I hope I pronounced his name correctly. I just think it's, I'm thrilled to bits, and I don't know why. It wasn't much of an encounter, but it's just a nice thing, and it's an insight into the way the Philippines operates and their love of Christmas and Christmas singers. I'm sure he does other songs throughout the year, but there you go. That's what he's best known for. Very nice gentleman. And if you've enjoyed watching this, you can comment. Maybe tell me when you've had a big brush with fame. Have you had a big brush with fame, or a small one? Or did you subsequently realize that you just brushed past someone famous and didn't know at the time? If you like this kind of stuff, or some of the other things I do, travel, nostalgia, popular culture, please subscribe. It costs you nothing, and it helps keep the channel along. Thanks for your time. That's it for this one. Goodbye.